What if you were handed $27,000 today? But it's the only money you can spend for the rest of your life?
Wait, what?
How would your current habits change? What would you spend it on? Here's the kicker. 26,770 is the average number of days a person has in their life. And the truth is, most of us waste many of those days on things that don't matter. And what's the problem with wasting time? Well, the clock is always ticking. The march of time never stops. And time is like having a bank account which you can only withdraw from. And that's the reason why time is our most precious resource. For instance, it's more valuable than money, because money is something you can always get back if you lose it. But you can't get time back.
Come back!
Okay, so now we know that time is precious. Let's have a look at how we typically spend it over a lifetime. Buckle up. The global average life expectancy is around 73 years or 26,770 days. 200 years ago, it was less than half that. And whilst many of us will live much longer than this, not everyone is so lucky. We spend about 32% of our lives sleeping. That's 8,566 days under the covers, dreaming, snoring, and for some of us, drooling. Next, we spend about 21% of our life going to school, studying, and working. That's 5,622 days in the noble pursuit of knowledge and the pursuit of wealth.
I need the money in my hand right now, money in my hand.
We spend another 10% of our life doing routine tasks and chores like showering, going to the toilet, doing laundry, and taking out the trash. Just imagine what you could do with that time if you didn't have to file taxes every year. You'll also spend about 120 days of this brushing your teeth, which is enough time to binge watch every season of Game of Thrones 40 times over. We also spend about 7% of life eating and drinking. That's time well spent, of course. Here's what it looks like when you put it all together. This leaves the remaining 30% for family time, social activities, hobbies, and leisure. Ask yourself, how are you using that 30%? Are you making the most of it? People are spending up to 7.5% of that slice of the pie scrolling social media. That's 2,000 days. Other common time wasters include binging on TV or negative news stories, mindless snacking, overthinking things, and procrastinating. When was the last time you went on a holiday? How often do you call your parents? How much time are you spending with them? Are you looking after your mind, body, and spirit? What would your future self say about the things you're spending time on today? Will it matter in 10 years? Most of us don't think about these things until we're much older, and by then, it's too late. So let's quantify a few different scenarios to hammer this home even further. Let's say you're 40 years old. If you live to the global average of 73, you only have 33 summers left in your life. 33 more chances to take a beach trip and enjoy the sunshine. Now think about how fast the last summer flew by. How many more will you waste? Are you a parent? By the time your children leave home, typically in their mid-20s, you will have already spent about 90% of all the time you'll ever have with them. Are you cherishing that time? If you work a 9-to-5 job for 40 years, you'll spend 90,000 hours of your life working. That's 10 solid years. Now ask yourself, do you love what you're doing enough to trade a decade of your life for it? Look, I know all this can sound a bit doom and gloom.
Why does it always rain on me?
But it's important to understand these things in order to really appreciate the wonderful and fleeting lives we all have. Life is beautiful. Life is short. Make the most of it and don't let time pass you by. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell us your thoughts in the comments.